Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the Broadway revival musical Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. So, this is another bring back of the 1979 film musical, Barber of Fleet Street by Stephen Sondheim. This is based on a play, which is based on another play, which is based on a book, which is based on original Penny Dreadful stories from back in the mid 1800s. So, Sweeney Todd's been around for a long time, right? We all know and love the 2007 Tim Burton film starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter as Sweeney Todd and Mrs. Lovett, respectively. So I've seen that the most. So that's my most iteration of Sweeney Todd. I saw a high school production of Sweeney Todd many years ago. I don't remember what friend it was or what school it was, but I remember specifically watching a high school production of Sweeney Todd, and I don't remember when, where, or who I was with. But I remember seeing it. So the musical itself, the stage musical, has a couple numbers that the film itself doesn't have, that's just normally how adaptations go. So it's very interesting knowing that Sweeney Todd has been around for about 200 years, and there's been always different iterations of it. It's based on legend, which then inspired the Penny Dreadful shorts. So the production I saw with my family, we were celebrating 3 different birthdays. It was very entertaining. Josh Groban played Sweeney Todd. Annalee Ashford was Mrs. Lovett. Jordan Fisher was Anthony. And Tobias was played by Gatton Matarazza. So, Gatton is awesome, right? In general. Having him play Toby was just so cool. Jordan, as himself, is an incredible artist. And having him play Anthony was just so awesome and so believable. And everybody just screamed and cheered every time Gatton did anything and Jordan did anything. And then same thing with Annalee and Josh. Like, this was an amazingly talented cast. And Annalee brings a lot of comedic, like, physicality to certain things. Certain hip movements or hand gestures. So her as Mrs. Lovett was hysterical, and her with Josh was hysterical, and then all 4 of them in general, and then all the other cast did a great job. Like, this was way funnier than I've ever known it to be. The film itself is very serious. It's very dark. It's very bloody. The high school version I saw was not funny at all. It was very serious. So to have comedy throw in with the horror, oh, bro, I loved it. It was so well done. This is the first time since the original 79 production that a full 26-piece orchestra was coming about. And it was so creepy and disturbing, but it was so visually stunning. It was just so wonderful to see it. I've been seeing shows since I was a kid. And it's funny because we were at the L'Enfantine Theater, and that's the playbill, L'Enfantine Theater. And I kept saying to my brother, because he and I were just staying in the lobby, in the mezzanine section, and I kept looking around and I'm like, I've been here before. I don't remember what we saw, but we've been here before. And we've seen, we saw Legally Blonde twice at the Palace Theater in Times Square before that shut down. Annalee played Elle Woods for quite a while at the Palace Theater for Legally Blonde. I'm pretty sure we saw Laura Bell Bundy as Elle for both productions, but I know Annalee was Elle. So certain things you could hear that Elle Woods kind of voice, even though she was playing like a what's the word? Essex kind of like Cockney. There we go. Accent. So we're standing in the lobby, and I keep saying I've been here before. This theater's been around for over 100 years. I've been here before, and so our mom's flipping through the playbill, when we're eating at the end prior to getting on the train back home. And she's like, oh, Beauty and the Beast was here. We took you guys to see that. And I was like, oh, that's what this was. Okay, so back in the 90s, Beauty and the Beast was a massive Broadway smash leading into the 2000s. I think we saw it like 4 times or something like that. The last time we saw it was right before it closed with Christy Carlson Romano, who played Belle. And that was, I think it had 2 productions, but we definitely saw it at the L'Enfantine Theater. And it's funny because I was like tiny. I was like, I don't know, 6, 7. And my brother had to be like 4 or 5. And we went to see Beauty and the Beast at that theater. So for me to have these instant flashbacks of memory, just staring at the paintings on the wall, or like the molding, or the herringbone floor, or or the chandeliers, like all the old stuff, all the fixtures and stuff. And the memory kept coming back. I've been here before. I know I've been here before. Just couldn't remember what we saw. And then reading through the playbill, my mom said, oh yeah, we saw Beauty and the Beast. And I'm like, that's what, okay. It's just funny how the mind works. Some memories get tucked away for reasons. Some just get tucked away in general as life goes on. And then they just fly back within a scent, within a visual. It's just very interesting how the mind works. Anyway, Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, very well done. I think this started in 22, this new revival. Everybody does a great job. And it was also nice seeing a different type of Sweeney. Josh has a beard in this production. I'm used to seeing Johnny Depp as clean-shaven in the film. And the main actor I saw in that high school production way back in the day, he was clean-shaven as well. So it was nice seeing a different type of Sweeney. But man, the talent that Jordan has, the talent that Gaten has, the talent that Annalay has, the talent that Josh has, the entire cast was just incredible. So it was very neat. The best part of this, though, I will say, there was this guy like kind of in front of me and like to the right, like in his 70s, like, you know, older white guy. And he obviously has never seen this before. He doesn't know the story. He didn't know the music. He didn't know anything. So, and he doesn't do well with horror because every time something like scary happened, he'd jump and he'd go kind of a thing. And I'd see this peripherally in certain scenes. I would make sure to watch him because I got entertainment out of that. And so at very end, when Sweeney's just slicing necks, 1, 2, 3, and then dumping the bodies down the chute, the guy just kept jumping and going every time. So then I was like, oh, he has no idea what's coming. So then the crazy old beggar woman flies down the chute, right? And the doors of the oven open up and the light cascades down, and Josh's character, Sweeney, Benjamin Barker, realizes that the old woman, that the beggar woman that he killed is actually his crazed wife, Lucy, and how could Mrs. Lovitz lie to him, and no, I've killed Lucy, right? And that whole revelation, the guy who's just like, and I was dying. It's not a funny moment, but I was dying of laughter because that guy's reaction. It's just funny because you take for granted certain story elements that you know and love for, you know, decades. So to see someone experience it for the first time, it's a pretty neat experience because they're experiencing it and you're getting to experience their experience. So I don't know. I thought it was entertaining. Yeah, good times. Great show, great production. Job well done to everyone. Incredible time, you know, just going through the theater district with my family in Hell's Kitchen in Times Square. Wonderful, beautiful, memorable day. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.